Hey, what's up everyone? Kevin here. In this video, I want to share with you some shortcuts that'll make it easier for you to carve on your snowboard. Carving is an essential skill you want to develop on your snowboard. It's an advanced way to ride down the mountain, giving you more speed, precision, and control. The first shortcut that makes carving easier is taking your carving turns to a more mellow run. You may think you have to carve on blue or black terrain, but trying to carve there, you can pick up a lot of speed and potentially get out of control. If you bring your carves to more mellow and green runs, this is the perfect place to really dial in your carving skills. A wide open, mellow green run is the perfect place to dial in your carves. You're gonna have lots of space, but the most important thing is that you're not gonna pick up too much speed. This will really allow you to ride your snowboard's edge in control and complete each carving turn. The next shortcut is to really crank the high back of your snowboard binding forward. By cranking your high back forward, it's really gonna unlock and improve your heel carve. The heel carve is definitely the harder of the two between your toe and heel, and that's because it's just much harder to stand on your heels than it is on your toes. By cranking your high back forward, you're really gonna notice that when you go to get onto your heels, your snowboard is gonna be much more responsive, and you're gonna be able to create that angle that gets your heel edge in the snow. Not only are you gonna be able to get onto your edge earlier, but you're also gonna be able to keep more of your weight stacked over your snowboard, making the heel turn much more solid and in control. The next shortcut is to try not to oversteer your snowboard and really let your snowboard follow the natural carve it wants to make. Each snowboard will make a different carve in the snow depending on the side cut radius of your board. Basically, the smaller side cut radius you have, the smaller carves you'll make, and the bigger side cut radius you have, the bigger carves you'll make. By allowing your snowboard to make the carving turn size it naturally wants, your carves are gonna feel much more natural and fluid. Once you know the size of carves your board naturally wants to make, you can then start to add in your own steering to it. The fourth shortcut for carving is to just really lock in your stance over top of your snowboard. A good stance over your board is to have your ankles, knees, and hips bent, your back straight, and your hands over top of the nose and tail of your board. And by having this relaxed athletic stance over top of your snowboard, it's gonna keep your weight centered over your board so that you can ride your snowboard's edge all the way around the turn and not have it chatter out or slide out from underneath you. If you lean your weight too far out over the snow, that's when the pressure can become too much on your snowboard's edge and you can get that chatter or just slide out completely. The next shortcut is to start leaning more of your weight back towards your tail at the end of your carving turn. A very common problem when carving is that as your carving turn gets to the end, you can get some chatter or the tail of your snowboard can just slide out. That happens because at the end of the carve, more pressure builds on the tail and that pressure can cause your edge to slide out. A simple way to prevent this is that when you start your carve, you should have equal weight on both feet. Then as your carve starts to come around, and at about halfway, you can start to get your weight towards the tail of your board. And having your weight towards the tail is really gonna help you hold that edge all the way through to the end of the carving turn. Once you get to the end of that turn, reset back to center and then do it all over again, moving your weight towards your tail towards the end of the next turn. Another shortcut that will make your carves easier is that each time you get into a new carving turn, think about showing the base of your snowboard out to the side of the run. By really trying to show your base to the side of the run, it's gonna cause you to really flex your ankles so that you can get even more onto your snowboard's edge and get more of your base up out of the snow. As you become more advanced at carves, you can even start to think about showing your base to the top of the slope. If you have any questions about carving, let me know down in the comments. I'll put links to some of my gear in the description. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe here to Snowboard Pro Camp, and I'll catch you in the next video.